Elon Musk once said something that sounds impossible. He said that in the far future, money may disappear as a concept. Most people hear that and immediately reject it. Money feels permanent. It has existed for thousands of years. It decides who works, who eats, who owns, who controls. So when someone says money might disappear, it sounds unrealistic, almost irresponsible. But before we dismiss the idea, we should pause and ask a deeper question. Why does money exist in the first place? Not how it works, not how much we need, but why it was invented at all. Because if we understand the problem money was created to solve, we can understand whether that problem could ever disappear. Long before money existed, humans traded directly. You had grain. Someone else had tools. You exchanged. This system worked, but only in very small groups. As communities grew larger, barter failed. You needed someone who wanted exactly what you had at the exact moment you needed what they had in the right quantity at a fair exchange rate. This became impossible at scale. So money was invented. But here's the important part. Money was not invented to create wealth. Money was invented to coordinate society. It solved one problem above all others: scarcity. Money became a way to record who contributed labor, who deserved access to resources, who could claim value later. In other words, money became a database of human effort. In modern economies, money performs many functions, but one function dominates everything else. Money allocates labor. If something pays more, more people work on it. If it pays less, fewer people do. Prices are signals. They tell society where effort should go. This is why Elon Musk described money as a database for labor allocation. As long as human labor is scarce, human effort is required to meet needs. Money remains essential, but this creates tension, because technology changes scarcity. Now we reach the turning point of the story. For most of history, human labor was the bottleneck. If you wanted more food, you needed more farmers. If you wanted more goods, you needed more workers. But technology changes bottlenecks. Automation reduced manual labor. Computers reduced mental labor. AI reduces decision labor. If machines can produce food, build housing, manufacture goods, provide services, operate infrastructure, then the scarcity of labor declines. And when scarcity declines, the system built to manage scarcity becomes less important. This is not ideology. This is basic economics. When supply increases dramatically, prices fall. And when scarcity disappears, the mechanism designed to manage scarcity loses relevance. Money doesn't vanish. It slowly loses its central role. This is where Elon Musk introduces energy. He says energy is the true currency. This sounds philosophical, but it isn't. Every economic activity requires energy. Manufacturing, transportation, computation, agriculture, data centers, artificial intelligence. Energy is the input beneath all other inputs. Unlike money, you cannot print energy, you cannot legislate energy, you cannot fake energy. Energy obeys physical laws. This is why economists say all economic growth is ultimately energy growth. If machines do the work, energy becomes the limiting factor. Not money, not labor, energy. So will money disappear? Not anytime soon. Scarcity still exists. Preferences differ. Resources are unevenly distributed. Politics and power remain. Money may change form. Its role may narrow. Its importance may decline. But money will not vanish suddenly. Elon Musk's statement is not a prediction. It is a thought experiment. It forces us to ask a deeper question. What problem is money solving? And what happens when that problem changes? Money is not eternal. It is a tool. And like all tools, it exists only as long as it is useful. Money feels permanent because scarcity has always existed. But history shows us something important. Every system lasts only as long as the problem it solves. The future of finance is not about the end of money. It is about understanding what replaces scarcity. And that question matters far more than whether we still use currency at all.